This dairy cow just wouldn't stop crying, so her owner visited her old farm to uncover the truth. In the US, milk is big business. In fact, in 2016, around 96 million metric tons of the calcium-rich stuff was produced in the country. What's more, a recent survey discovered that more than half of the American public choose dairy products when it comes to getting their protein. In order to keep up with the demand, then milk production is on the rise. In fact, as of February 2017, there were more than 40,000 licensed dairy farms in the US. Furthermore, for the 7th year in a row, these businesses produced more milk than they had the previous year. Of these dairy farms, 99% are owned and managed by families. This means that multiple generations are able to grow up watching and learning about where their food comes from. And while that's fine for humans, for some of the cattle, it's a different story. You see, cows need to give birth in order to produce milk. However, in the dairy industry, the usual procedure is for a mother to be split from her calf shortly after giving birth. In fact, the two are normally forced apart just 12 hours after the calf is born. What's more, after the calves have been taken from their mothers, they are often sent for slaughter at just 2 months old. This is especially true of male calves, as they are considered to be of little value when compared to females. So, aged just 8 weeks, the males become veal, and then the cycle begins again. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened to all the calves produced by one particular cow. Maybelle had spent the majority of her life living on a dairy farm, producing milk for an American family. However, the time had come for her to retire, which normally would have meant her being trucked off to the slaughterhouse, but the Gentle Barn stepped in. The Gentle Barn prides itself in offering refuge to animals that have suffered terrible abuse and have nowhere else to go. Its furry residents are then used to help inspire children who have suffered a similar fate, or to offer any animal lovers the chance of a cuddle with a cow. The sanctuary was founded by Ellie Lax in 1999. Growing up, Lax had always had a penchant for all things animal-related. So, together with her husband Jay Weiner, she set out to provide a safe haven for neglected or unwanted animals. And a safe haven is exactly what the couple intended to offer Maybelle. Lax and Weiner had got wind of Maybelle's predicament and set out to help. They had been told that the animal in question was a dairy cow who was about to be retired, and the pair knew all too well what that really meant. However, the owner of the farm where Maybelle lived was hoping to find an alternative option for her, and in one way or another, along came the Gentle Barn. So Lax and Weiner went out to the farm to collect Maybelle. And at first, everything appeared to go nice and smoothly. The couple made their way back to the sanctuary with Maybelle in tow. Then, in a video posted on the rescue centre's website, Lax can be seen slowly leading the nervous-looking cow into her new barn stall. After some encouragement from Lax, Maybelle can subsequently be seen enjoying some food while settling in to her new surroundings. But the relative calm would be short-lived. You see, shortly after arriving at the Gentle Barn, Maybelle began crying incessantly. She kept crying and pacing and calling out, recalled Lax, who knew something wasn't right. Indeed, she and Weiner were certain that the only time cows cried like this was when they were looking for their offspring. And so, Weiner headed back to Maybelle's old farm in search of some answers. And lo and behold, he discovered that she did indeed have a baby. Moreover, Maybelle's former owners had initially planned to keep the 9-month-old male calf. But when they heard that his mother had been pining for her child, they readily agreed to give the calf up. As it turned out, although Maybelle and her calf had been kept in different pastures, they had still been within earshot of one another. However, when Maybelle was moved to the Gentle Barn and could no longer hear her baby, her mothering instincts kicked in and she began pining for him. Happily, mother and son were soon reunited, and when Weiner arrived back at the Gentle Barn with the calf, Maybelle clearly couldn't contain her excitement. As soon as Weiner's vehicle pulled up, Maybelle began calling out to her son, who obligingly moved back, and the two continued to communicate back and forth as Weiner unloaded the animal from his trailer. Then, as the gate to the field was opened, the young calf ran towards its mother. Maybelle seemed delighted to be reunited with her offspring, and she wasn't the only one who was pleased. In fact, when Lax heard the good news, she was overcome with emotion and began to cry. But the emotional reunion wasn't the end of the story. You see, when Lax and Weena first rescued Maybelle, they discovered that she had been kept in a field with a male cow, so there was a chance that she may be pregnant. Furthermore, Lax seemed overjoyed at the thought of this mama cow being able to keep her final calf. And so the animal lovers called in an expert to confirm whether their new addition really was expecting. After examining Maybelle, though, the veterinarian wasn't so sure. Lax and Weena would have to wait until the following day for the blood test results to come back. And after what we're sure must have been a long and anxious night, Lax put in a call to see if the results were in. And in a video posted on the sanctuary's website, the Gentle Barn's founder is seen looking totally stunned as she reveals that the cow really is going to have a baby. And so, on September 16, 2016, Eclipse was born. And just 45 minutes after the birth, the young calf was trying to stand. What's more, not only did Maybelle get to keep her very last baby, but her child was born during a rare harvest moon lunar eclipse, making this event an even more special one. Please share this video with your friends below.